Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We do have an update now, a first alert to you to that officer-involved shooting at the McDonald's. So we do know that an Omaha police officer was shot in the head at that McDonald's earlier this morning. We do have that update from the Omaha mayor and the police chief Schmaderer saying the officer is in good condition and the suspect was arrested at the McDonald's after he took off and has since been found and arrested and is now in custody. So that's the good news. That's the quick update for you today. You can access all this information on our website and head over there right now. That's firstalert6.com. This is our homepage. Clearly you can see this is the top story on our website. I've already opened this, so let me just refresh this grid here, or it should be refreshed. And I'll just head down here to take a look at our web story. So this is where it happened. It happened at the Quick Trip, and you can always click in and see exactly where these different stories are taking place in our community. So I'm going to try to zoom in here a little bit just to give you kind of a better idea of where exactly we are talking about here. So yeah, so this is on West Dodge Road, right on that corner by the highway, right? Whether you have that big yellow Russell Speeders car wash guy that's standing right there. So that's kind of the area where this happened. And it happened around 6:20 this morning. And employees initially called police because one person walked into the gas station and they're saying, quote, this person was erratic and aggressive. The two officers then arrived and they confronted the suspect outside. This is where and how it happened. And then unfortunately, what started as conversation then quickly turned into gunfire, and one of the officers was struck in the head. Chief Schmaderer said the officer did continue with the gunfight, though he was injured. So let's head back to our story. Again, we're at firstalert6.com. Here's a better look at the situation. And then yes, I did want to alert you to this update from Omaha police officers. So this is from X, from OPD, and they're telling you, alerting you at 7:09 a.m. as you can see earlier today what exactly was going on and what happened at the time. So OPD does tell us that the officer who was shot in the head is a 15-year veteran with the department, and he is in good condition and is expected to be okay. If you're just joining us at the Alert Center, we want you to know the suspect was arrested at the McDonald's and that person is now in custody. Now, along these lines, Chief Schmaderer did say today that he's going to ask everybody in the city to calm down the scrutiny of the Omaha Police Department, and this is likely due to the story that we first alerted you to last week about Bud Crawford getting pulled over in Omaha. And this was a big deal. We did alert you to this on our website and during our broadcasts. And this was right after his victory parade that happened on Saturday. And then we believe he was pulled over on Sunday, which was actually his birthday. And then you can see this was basically the story. So there was a traffic response. Crawford was driving and he was held at gunpoint by police. So we already went through this for you, so I'll keep this brief, but we did have a couple press conferences about this, and we cited the law LB 77 that Chief Schmaderer and Mayor Ewing are discussing making improvements to, I should say that. So that is what where the scrutiny has come from in this case. And Mayor Ewing backing up Chief Schmaderer, saying we want people to stop playing politics with public safety. So that is where that is coming from. I'm going to head back to our website. Again, this is all at firstalert6.com. And Governor Jim Pillen did post to social media today as well. So I'll head back to his X, his post here on X from the governor. And he essentially is saying, you know, he's monitoring the situation. He's keeping an eye on the officer who was shot in the head in the line of duty. And he's asking all Nebraskans to join in prayer for this officer's recovery. So again, a lot of support from a lot of people here in Nebraska for OPD, for the mayor's office, and for the swift recovery for the officer who was shot. Now, we do know that the area was shut down traffic-wise for a little bit. It has since been reopened. So here's a look at what was happening around 8 o'clock this morning. That's from our traffic department. And again, if you're just joining us today, do want to first alert you to an update on the Omaha officer who was shot in the head at the gas station. There was a presser earlier today, so we heard from Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer. We also heard from Mayor John Ewing, and they both say the officer is in good condition and the suspect was arrested at the McDonald's. So the suspect initially took off and then thankfully has been arrested and is in custody as we speak. So the officer is a 15-year veteran of the department, and clearly he is doing well, and clearly this could have been a much worse situation. This is something that Chief Schmaderer said a bit earlier during that press conference. Again, he's asking everyone to kind of calm down the rhetoric on the OPD and telling everybody, you know, since the Bud Crawford incident, things have been kind of a bit more heated than usual towards the Omaha Police Department and the players over there. So he's saying, you know, Mayor John Ewing also echoing that sentiment, and Governor Jim Pillen on X saying, you know, we all need to work together here. And of course, our hopes and prayers go out to the officer who was shot, but he's expected to be doing just fine at this time. So that is your update right here at the Alert Center. Do kind of want to switch gears now if we can. Let's see what time it is. Okay, it's 12:06. We have some time to talk a little bit about the weather. So let's take a live look from our Blackstone camera. I think this kind of tells you everything you need to know, right? A lot of raindrops on the camera lens here. You can kind of barely see Blackstone as you take a look at that gray day out there that we're experiencing. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says, cool and soggy start to a much cooler week. So finally, perhaps those fall temperatures have hit our area. I don't know about you, but I was ready for summer to kind of end. And today, with all the rounds of rain that we're seeing, it has for the most part. So here's another look. Let's kind of show you, take a look at traffic. Okay, so we do have some raindrops in this shot from our Northeast First National camera. So you can see the raindrops falling down in the area here. And yeah, not a lot of cars on the road. Perhaps a better shot here from our Children's Nebraska cam. There we go. So perhaps some slick roads out there. So exercise caution if you are driving this afternoon, maybe headed to your lunch break or headed back to work. So something to take note of there. Now, anticipating our 3-day. So today, 54 degrees and rounds of rain, as you can see. Tuesday, 67 degrees, decreasing clouds. No rain anticipated for tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. And then Wednesday, 71 degrees, so the temperature slightly rising from Monday to Wednesday. Partly cloudy conditions, and at this point, we have a 20% chance of showers at that time. Until then, though, just want to say thank you so much for joining us at the Alert Center. I'm Jacqueline Fernandez, and please do stay tuned for our broadcast at 3 o'clock with our Dave Zavolinsky. We'll have all the latest headlines and updates for you availalable on air and online, of course, at firstalert6.com. Have a wonderful day and stay dry out there.